Hi, welcome back. I'm Paul Chartier. We have Major Garrett from the Salvation Army. Welcome.
Thank you very much.
And Amanda Bledsoe, City Council member. Welcome.
Thank you.
You've never been on the program before.
No, I haven't.
It takes 13 years to finally get the right people on. Yeah, they get over the nerves. They're on TV every week on the government channel, and that's a little bit different here. Here she can do a lot more owning the show. Welcome to Lexington.
Thank you. It's been a great couple months getting to know the bluegrass, getting used to this part of the country, and enjoying both so far summer and winter. Both been spectacular.
And you're from where?
New York, New Jersey, that
Originally?
area.
Originally.
Yes.
And when they told you you were coming to Lexington, what did you think?
I wasn't quite sure, but fortunately someone from Lexington was working on the same staff as I was and gave me a lot of pointers.
Good, good. And Amanda, you are on the board, I'm guessing.
I am.
And how long have you been associated with Salvation Army?
4 years. I've been
And
serving.
I'm sure that you get asked to be on every board in town. Why the Salvation Army?
I love the heart of the Army. I love what they do. I love why they do it. And it's been a real privilege and honor, honestly, to serve with them.
There may be people watching that don't know the location of the Salvation Army. Where are you located and what is happening to your facility right now?
We are at 736 West Main Street in Lexington. Some of the big things going on, first of all, our women's shelter. We have 204 beds, which at this time of year are filled every night, women and children. We also take in, especially during the cold weather, we are a cold weather shelter, so we will have additional families, and we have cots available in case someone is living in a facility where there's no heat and it's excessively cold. We provide 3 meals a day. There is job training. There is childcare. There are social activities. There's a lot invested in that to make sure that when women and single mothers find themselves in a place where they're unable to take care of their basic needs, they have a place to go, and a group of people are going to sit down with them and help them figure out what are the next steps to get back to employment, to get back to a place to live, being able to manage the bills and manage their budget. In addition, we have a Boys and Girls Club. We have youth music programs 2 nights a week, and we're also a church.
Do you yet know how many people you help annually?
Through all of our services, in 2018, we saw over 2,000 women and children coming through the shelter. In addition, we serve an average of 4,000 individuals representing about 800 to 900 families during Christmas through the Angel Tree and Kroger Food Angel. We also have people coming through for, say for instance, help with rent, maybe assistance for fires, things like that, clothing, and just regular food baskets. So that presents an additional service that we are able to provide throughout the year.
Maybe other cities have as vibrant as Salvation Army as we have, I don't know. But being a council member, you, I'm sure, travel around to different cities. What do you see there, and what do you see about the care that's provided at our Salvation Army?
Oh, I think we're one of the best. Now, I might be biased, maybe a tad, but you ask why. One of the things I love about the Army is they accept women and children where they are. They're loving, they're caring, they say, come here, be safe, but they don't want you to stay that way. They really work to help provide you. No one thinks emergency shelter is long-term or sustainable. It is a place to come and a safe haven.
Yes.
And the work and the impressive record that they have of moving people from that place to a place of sustainability is exceptionally impressive.
I think it's easy for people to judge. We look at other cities and we look at people that are very visible on the streets. This town, we take care of people.
Yes, we do.
And I'm sure you know the behind the scenes, being a council member, what happens with all the organizations that need help and all the services that you provide. But in this town, in most of the cases, that need gets met.
One of the things that's impressed me the most since I've come here is how intentional Lexington is. At the government level, in the interaction of the agencies of their own volition, about making solutions happen, about really discussing the problems and providing many different forums for actually discussing and networking and making plans and considering what is the current situation and sharing that information so that, once again, we can live in a community that people can be proud of.
You mentioned that this is not just a safe haven without a next step. And there are people in town that get paid to reduce homelessness. There are other people, Jenny Ramsey and her team, that help with the homeless. They're not fighting against each other. The reality is this, and the reality is this. We all want it to go away. But in this town, the safety nets that exist are amazing.
Yeah, there's no excuse for somebody not to feel like they don't have someplace to go. There is here.
In a dignified way.
Yes, absolutely.
You've been on the board at the Army for how long?
4 years.
So you've been through many cycles of what is about to happen at the Christmas and holiday season. Tell me some of the fun things going on.
Well, first of all, there are our gift bags. Once again, we have about 3,000 to 4,000 children, or over 4,000 children, that we're going to be able to help the families with making sure that there are presents under the tree, because we have our Angel Tag program, and you can find that at the Fayette Mall. You're going to find that at area Walmarts, and that's kind of wrapping up now. And as those toys go out, you're going to see families that are one less thing to worry about. When people think, well, you know, why do they need the toys? First of all, for the people who participate in giving, that's the joy that they find in that. Even last month, before Thanksgiving, people were coming up to the table at the mall and just taking a whole stack full of tags and saying, I'm going to go shopping for these kids, and then bringing them back. But for the families, it's an opportunity for them to say, with their resources, because this is taken care of, I can bring these over to something else, whether it's a medical bill, whether it's the rent for the month, whether it's just making sure that, you know, there's a full meal on the table.
To think about a child not having a Christmas, I mean, it's not good to even think about that. And to think that you step in and impact so many kids. But you're right, the people that are donating the toys, that's medicine for them. And when they can get their children on that same journey to go shopping and say, we're doing this for people that don't have, you're making it happen in their families, and you're making it happen on the recipients' families as well.
Right, and once again, because people are so generous, we just had our Thanksgiving meal, and we had over 600 people involved in that, and the number of volunteers that we have each and every year. Lundy's providing this wonderful meal that happens every Thanksgiving, and they love being together as a family, and they consider that their family time. And then Christmas Day, we're going to do it again. And we're going to see 800 or 900 people either coming through the doors or having meals delivered to them. We're going to have hundreds of volunteers, and sometimes it might be, I have nothing to eat. Sometimes it might be just simply, I have no one to eat with. And on Christmas Day, to know that there are not only other people who don't have anyone to be with, but there are also people who want to be with you and want to sort of make this a holiday for everyone that everyone can find joy in.
How can we invite people to volunteer for all the things you've got going on in December? What can they do?
Well, if you want to call the Salvation Army, we can always use help with the Toy and Food Distribution Center. If you'd like to volunteer for the Christmas meal, that volunteer list always fills up early, so as of, I think, September, we were already full for both the Thanksgiving meal and the Christmas meal, so make sure you make your plans for next year. And by June or July, call the Salvation Army. And then also, we can always use bell ringers. Bell ringing goes right up through December 24th. You might want to just do it for a couple hours, you individually. As a family, you might want to bring your office or your club out and just spend a couple hours inside, outside. Sometimes people think it looks cold, but with a couple people with you, it is so much fun, and it's so rewarding to see people coming up and wanting to give to what you're doing and knowing you're doing something that brings so much joy to so many people.
What website can they go to look at all the information that you talked about?
They can either look up the Salvation Army Lexington. The easiest way is to Google that, because then you can also see,
Is that the correct website?
yes, you can go to salvationarmylex.org.
And from there, I'm guessing you've got pull-down boxes for each of the different events. Can they sign up online?
They cannot sign up online currently, but they'll have email addresses, they'll have phone numbers to contact. In addition, if you search the Salvation Army's larger piece, you can also find us on Facebook. You'll be able to find videos all over the web that'll talk about all the different things going on with the Salvation Army and really get an idea. If you participated in the past, you can find out about things happening the rest of the year as well. You can see like the pictures from Lemonade, and as the year progresses, finding out about some of the things happening the rest of the year.
And is your website set up that they can make a donation as well on the website?
Yes, they can make a donation through the website and just follow the menu right there. And we're also very excited to add this year with our Red Kettle stands that we now have mobile payments. So you can take out your cell
really?
phone, and
Right there.
if you have Apple Pay or Google Pay set up and you don't have any cash in your pocket,
Yep.
you can put it right up to the sign or use the scanner.
Is that right?
Yes, and you know, you can donate whatever you want. So you only have $1 in your pocket, but you want to give $50, you can take that right out and give right there at the stand.
Doug Alexander, who's a good friend of ours, he has talked about how vibrant our Salvation Army is compared to one in Chicago, that we're almost on par with donations. Is that, am I imagining that? Or
The Salvation
please tell me I'm not imagining that.
The Salvation Army in Lexington is something to brag about. Salvation Armies across the country look at the Lexington Salvation Army in admiration. There are a lot of things that account for that. The community itself and the support of the community for over 100 years that the Salvation Army has been active here. A tradition of great advisory boards. Long-standing rotation of great Salvation Army officers to take command of it throughout the times to address the needs and the community as it is. Yes, the Lexington Salvation Army is a shining star in the United States.
We're going to end this piece with, you've been on the board for several years. What's one story that stands out of someone that you've seen being helped by the services of Salvation Army?
Oh gosh, so I have 2 kids, and I pick up the trees, the angel trees, and we go shopping for kids. And I've been there to drop them off, and I've seen people pick them up, and to see a mom come and get the bag that has her kids' best wishes. There is nothing like seeing that relief, knowing that you're able to provide joy for them that they can then pass on.
Yes.
There's nothing like it.
This town is fabulous, and it's going to become fabulouser with you here, Major Garrett. Thank you.
Thank you.
And Amanda, I'm sure you get tugged and pulled, and to donate your talents to Salvation Army, I'm sure they're very appreciative. We are too.
We are extremely grateful.
Merry Christmas and happy holidays.
Merry
And to you.
Christmas.
Go to the website, volunteer for a Salvation Army event. You and your family will be glad that you did. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas.